Hi everyone. So last year I did a video on how I make my punch board bunnies. It's a take on the snowman punch board snowman. But I didn't have a good camera, so I wasn't able to actually make it on film. I was just kind of walking you through the steps, and it was really bad. So I thought I would redo it. So I'm just going to make one with you. But first, I wanted to show this. It's one of the other. I have the little bunnies, and then I didn't have enough bunnies. My Dollar Tree didn't have them. So I used the egg bunnies too for the place cards for my family for Easter. I had people asking me how I did that. So this is what I used. What I did was sand the whole thing, and it would sand, this all sands off really easy. And then if you have gesso, I would paint a coat of gesso on it. If not, chalk paint holds up pretty good. So that's what I did. I chalk painted this bunny, and there's a little tail. I'm going to add a cotton ball or like a little pom-pom so you can see it better. And half of my painted brown. And these are the containers that I used. And they were painted half white and half of them brown. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. Oh, and I cut a little hole in the bottom to put a piece of heavy wire through, and then hot glued it so it would stay in place so I could stick it into the foam. So that's that. All right, now to the project. You're going to need a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and these are the goodies that I'm going to use to decorate with. It's just a variety. I had a lot of purple, so I thought I would do something purple. It's showing up blue, but I promise you it's purple. And I'm going to use some twine for a little bow for the neck and some cute little flowers. And then you can cut your own out just by folding a paper and cutting a shape of the leaf, but I have this little leaf punch that I'm going to use. You don't have to use that. So that's that. Let me get that out of the way. You're going to need a punch board. You might be able to figure it out without it. I don't have the measurements for that. I might be able to figure that out for you. But we're going to use a punch board. It's a We Are Memory Keepers punch board. So we'll need that. This is the green paper that I'm going to use. And I already cut some strips. And you could also use this heavy brown paper. It makes really cute bunnies too. But today I'm going to use the white. So first you're going to do is cut your paper 2 by 12. So you can get a lot of bunnies from one piece of 12 by 12 paper. And, sorry about that, you'll need a pencil and a bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, you could just use a ruler. Let's see. You can use just a pencil and a ruler to, like, you could measure how far and then just put this up against it and, you know, fold it up to score it. All right, so now we've got our 2 by 12 piece of paper and our scoreboard. Make sure you can see everything. And we are going to score it at 5.5 and 6.5. So it's 5.5 and 6.5 are where you're going to score your paper. Get this out of the way. That's all the scoring you have to do. Ooh, making a mess on the floor. So now you're going to burnish your score marks. Like I said, if you don't have a bone folder, you can just use your ruler. It works fine too. Now I'll show you. Just like that. So now you've got this shape. And what you're going to do, oh shoot, I thought these were paper clips. They're not, they are straight pins. Ow, I just stuck myself. Okay. Well, let's see. You would want to take paper clips and clip them about here and here, down pretty far. That'll hold it together while you're doing all the punching. Oh, and I am bleeding. Yikes. Okay, so I'm going to use a piece of paper tape because it won't tear the paper when you take it off. Just gonna, oh my gosh, I had paint under my nails from my last project. Oops. So we're gonna line it up. You would put paper clips. I don't have any, so I'm gonna use the tape just to hold it all together. So you want to put it pretty low so that when you're punching, it doesn't get in the way. Just check my finger here. I'm on blood thinners, so I have to really be careful. Okay, so now we're going to grab our punch board and we're going to punch at 2 1/8 and 3 1/2. And we're going to flip it over and do 3 1/2 and 2 1/8. And then we're going to line this up, center it, and punch it again. So we're just going to slide it in and push it all the way back. So line this up and then punch like that. And there's that. So this is our basic bunny shape. Let's get this out of the way. That's all you need to do with that. You can round the ears too if you want. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. So the other side has this rounder, corner rounder. So we're going to round our ears. See the difference? That. Okay. And now we're going to, you can draw a line. You can eyeball it. You're going to want to take it down to the center where your first top indents are. Go to the center of the ear. Oops. You just draw a little line just to give you a guide. Use a pencil because then you can erase it if you need to. And now you have this. That's not very centered. And then you're going to grab your scissors and you're going to cut like a little V down to the center of that line on each side of the line. You can make your ears whatever shape you want, but this will come off. Got to take a little more off. Oops. Sorry, this is my second time doing this. I had a phone call in the middle of the last one. Right, so this is the basic shape. You can trim them up a little bit. I'm just going to round that off a little more. Let's get those little tips off, like that. And now you're going to glue your ears together. Found out the hard way. On the last video I was attempting, do not use hot glue. It doesn't work. You want to use a wet glue. I'm going to use my Beacons 3-in-1. You're going to just glue the ears together. Okay. I tried using the hot glue because it would dry faster, but that was a really bad idea. Especially if your paper's thin, it'll just show right through. So do that. Just gonna run my bone folder over it. Well, this will make this the back because I just messed it up. But all right, so that should be dry enough to work with. So while that's setting up for a few minutes, let's go ahead and do the inside of the ears. Shoot, I really messed that up. All right, So what I use is the Waverly's chalk paint in Ballerina Slipper. I folded a little piece of paper in half, and I just cut this shape out. And that's going to be the inside of our ears. Like that. So I'm just going to trace it on. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm a terrible tracer. That right there. All right. So that's our basic shape. I'm just going to erase a little bit of it because it's a little dark. So you can still see it. And that's what we're going to paint the pink. If I can get any out of it. So we're just going to rub it on. It doesn't have to be perfect. The lines are just a guide. You could just cut out paper shapes too and use that instead of painting if you want. It's up to you. And that's all we have to do with that. Just put my brush in some water. Excuse me. So we're going to let that dry. While that's drying, we're going to go ahead and cut the twine and wrap the neck around. Wrap it around the neck to give it a little detail. I'm just going to cut a piece off that's do 12 inches. That should be good. And I'm going to leave a little bit hanging down. I'm just going to wrap. Oops, a little more. And then just tie a knot. Oops. That. This little neck. We can take these off now too. Okay, so what we have so far. Well, shoot. So there's that. And now, well, that dries really fast. So we want to shape our ears a little. Yeah, I mean, you can leave them straight up if you want, but I wanted to give mine a little more definition. So I'm just going to train it to fold, to kind of curve down. And since you've glued two pieces together, the glue, it makes it easier to shape. That's kind of cute. And I might leave this one alone. So just so it has like a little floppy ear. One of them. Like that. And then we are going to get our flowers. And my green paper. I'm going to punch a couple leaves. This is pretty thick, so I'm punched pretty good. I wasn't sure it would punch easy for me. Punched a few, because I don't know how many I'm going to use. And then I'm going to pick a flower. I like this one. So cut. You can cut it or I like to take the whole stem off if I can get it out. Maybe not. Well, shoot. Not cooperating. All right, we'll just cut it. And then you could take something thin. This is a little popsicle or a candy stick. Just gonna put it against it and just wrap it. And if you use the whole piece of wire, if you can get the whole thing off, it gives you a nice little curlicue, like a vine. So I like to do that. And that's all we're going to use. Now we're going to glue a couple leaves. I like to fold the leaves to give it some dimension. Just stick my thumb and press, and it gives it like a little pop. Like that. And these we're going to glue together onto the ear. You could glue it onto here, onto this. Nah, let's do it on the ear. So I'm going to use my hot glue gun for this. Try not to burn myself. And we're just going to add leaves. That. Whoops. This. And then the flower. Put a nice glob of glue on there. And there's our bunny. Cute. So let that dry. You could put whatever you want on here. I have these little paper bows that I make. Would be really cute on here. When I post it on my Facebook, maybe I'll do a sample with the paper bow too, because it's really super cute. Yeah, so that is the basic punch board bunny. And this gives you a pocket to put candy in. I usually use a glue dot to stick on the bottom of the candy and press it in so it stays in place. And I wrap the candy as well with a decorative paper or paper that matches, just to finish it off. Because if you're going to go through all this work, you might as well make the candy pretty too, right? So I hope this helps. And you give it a try. I'd love to see pictures of what you guys do. And yeah, that's it. Thank you all for stopping by, and have a great day. Bye.